My name is Marie Fleissner. I was 18 years old on January 23rd, 1978 when I had my abortion. The father was a Nigerian medical student who wanted no part of having a baby, and I was estranged from my family. I felt I had no one to turn to. I went to see the counselor at the college health office, and she told me that in this situation, particularly since the father was black, abortion would be the best thing. He did drive me to the clinic, and on the drive there I remember feeling that this was so wrong. In my heart I just knew this wasn't right, but I didn't know what to do. When we got there, a counselor took me into an office and said I was about 9 weeks pregnant, so it was good that I was doing this now before it got too late. She had me sign some papers. I don't think I ever read them. And then she handed me some birth control pills so this wouldn't happen again. I remember being taken to an exam room and put on a table. The nurse told me that this would be a very simple procedure, that I'd feel a little discomfort and then it would be over. I still remember lying there thinking it was wrong, but I was so scared. Nobody else seemed to think it was wrong, and it was legal. I think at that point, if someone would have just said to me, "You don't have to do this, you have a choice," I would have left, but no one did. And it wasn't just a little cramping or a little discomfort. I had severe cramping from the dilators they use on my cervix, and I too remember the horrible sounds of the vacuum cleaner as the life was sucked from inside of me. I remember when it was over, I asked the doctor if it was a boy or a girl, and he looked at me like I was crazy. He said it was just a piece of tissue. While I was having the procedure, my boyfriend had left, but he left money with the staff there so that I could take the bus back home. I never saw him after that day. I remember a cab picking me up in the back alley of the abortion clinic and taking me to the bus station. I remember asking the nurses why it was in the alley, and they told me it was for my protection. I was a little late for that. I spent the next several days in bed, just telling my roommates that I was sick, and I was, but I was sick of myself. I felt that I deserved to die for what I'd done. Afterward, I'd started sleeping around with any guy who asked. I drank and tried drugs, anything to make the pain disappear. I tried suicide 3 times, almost succeeding the last time. But finally, after that 3rd attempt, I realized I needed help. I was referred to Project Rachel, and through Project Rachel and Rachel's Vineyard, I was finally able to come to terms with what I'd done and to start to accept the forgiveness that God was offering me. And even though I didn't think about it, God was with me that whole time. And I'll never forget my abortion experience. Every year on the anniversary, I light a candle and say a prayer for my baby, wondering what he would have been like, who he would have become. And I ask him to forgive me. And it hasn't always been easy, but I thank God every single day for my life now, for what I'm able to do with my life. And if telling my story helps even one woman to come to that experience to accept forgiveness, then it is worth it, and I will be silent no more.